Go ahead.
Amos chapter 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Right.
He did cast off.
Right.
Slocky.
He pursued his brother with the sword, man. And what's worse, every time that he did it when we were at our weakest point, man. Like a coward, man. Esau is the devil. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually,
right.
and he kept his wrath forever.
You gotta understand, Esau is angry, man. Esau, he's not happy with Jake. We got his birthright. We got his blessing, man. So he's not happy with us.
Right, and that blessing like I add, bro,
you got it.
It's so simple, but it's so heavy, man. If you get a chance to ever meditate on it, he's a servant, man. He's a slave. His lot was to be. Can we get that, bro, real quick, bro?
Yeah, what was that?
Genesis 27. 27. Because let's go back, because the thing is, right? He said the brother said Esau's not going to stop. Then I read Amos 1 and 11 where it said he did kept his hatred was perpetually. Now let's go to the beginning of where this hatred started from. You know, it's not to be overlooked. You know, I think it's matter of fact, I think it's 20 verse 27. Okay, yeah. And when it says that Esau hated his brother,
I'll start at. I'll start at 26.
Okay.
It says, and his father Isaac said unto him, come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore, the Most High give thee of the dew of heaven, and of the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine.
Hey, I gotta touch it too, man. Because obviously Esau, well, not obviously, but Jacob supplanted Esau. He put on his garments, and Esau was a man of the field, smelling like probably like a damn dog, like they do. And he supplanted his brother, you know, and that was all through the spirit, right? And then what was the blessing again, bro?
Let me read it.
Yep.
It says, it says, therefore the Most High give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine.
Hey, the fatness of the earth, remember, the dew of heaven. Now remember, and the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, corn and wine. When you look at that, the corn, when you think about when we was in Egypt and there was a famine for a lack of corn, you may think that it's talking about, there was no corn, so there was no corn on the cob.
Right.
No. Corn is talking about, you know, all the foods that's made from corn, from cornbread, the corn starch, to something that's cornflakes. Real cornflakes are made with corn. It's endless, the things that you can make. It's a food starch
you can make bread.
Yep. Cornmeal, from cornmeal, tortillas, chips, corn chips. It's really the basis of food. So when it says about corn and wine, so your honey buns, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jake love them goddamn honey buns and cupcakes. So you may look at it like, there was no corn on the cob, or no corn to go. No, it's talking about the basis of food, man.
Right.
Go ahead up.
Yeah, it says.
And then real quick, the wine, you know, Jake. You know, Jake, we messed up, man. We stayed with a bottle of wine.
We did this, man.
That much more than kingdom, man. So that's how we gonna live. We gonna live like that, of honey buns and single gin. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It says, "Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee."
Yeah, so this is a big deal, man. Like, you were gonna be that guy. And a brother down in the Mississippi camp, he did a beautiful show. He said, if you want to be exalted, so to speak, just wait, be patient. Because yes, you will be. What you think a king is? A king is exalted, man. That's why the Lord said, be patient and I'll exalt you in due time, man.
When you come home from doing the work of the Lord, you're going to hear horns. Horns blowing, right. You know, the flag going to come out, you know. Got your picture on the flag, you know, your wife going to come greet you at the front of your, you know, your acres or whatever you got, you know.
Right. You may be a crowd of heathens all out there out front of your castle, man. You may do one of these numbers. You know what I'm saying? Do one of these numbers.
Hear the people roar.
If you want to be exalted, man, now is if you really truly want to be exalted, now it's not the time, brothers.
Right.
You ought to be patient, man.
Right.
You ought to suffer this thing, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yep, verse 29, it says, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
Go ahead.
Be Lord over thy brethren.
Hey, you wouldn't be jealous? Think about the time you was jealous over something small, man. Somebody may have pulled up in a Range Rover and you, that ain't.
Somebody had some shoes you missed out on.
Yeah, something small.
Yeah.
Something small, man.
Yeah.
And this is a big thing, right? This is a big deal right here, and you got played out of it. Like this is the original Esau we're talking about. This is the patriarch. This is him.
The Esau.
The Esau. You know what I'm saying?
It says, be Lord over thy brethren.
Hey, these Edomites today ain't watered down.
Right.
It mixed among them. They watered down, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
That's heavy, man. That's a big deal, man. That's it. Don't read Genesis 8, because the book of Genesis is what? The beginning. You gotta go to the beginning, and don't just read that lightly, man. Let that sit in, man. The blessing that Isaac gave through the spirit of the Father, man, to our people, man, to our forefathers, man, to us. Go ahead, bro.
And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
Here come Esau with his bow and arrow. What's that? 27 and. Matter of fact, we'll let it get there, whatever. But Esau came in stumbling in. He probably had a cheese on his face, rubbing his hands like this.
Yeah. Smiling. I'm back, Dad.
Yeah, man. And you know, hey,
the deer on his shoulder.
Hey, Jake get mad when you at home, right? And you maybe at work or something like that. You have some leftovers, and you can't wait to come in there and get in the refrigerator. Yeah, somebody ate your shit.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Especially when you taste it in your mouth. So Esau tasted that blessing, man. You know. Yeah, I got you finished. Just how you like it, Dad.
Yeah. And he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father.
Yeah, he probably killed the buck. And put, you know what I mean? Esau do it. Esau put the head on the wall.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his venison, his son's venison.
Get up, pops.
That thy soul may bless me. He said, come on, Dad, come on in here. This is back when Jake when Esau wasn't too far removed from the melanin, so he probably still had a little spirit with him. He said, come on, Dad, come in here and get this food, Dad. Give me my blessing. He said, and Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I'm thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
That's me.
And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who? Yo, Esau, you a demon, man. You a devil, man. Oh man, the Lord is beautiful, man.
Yeah, again, this is Genesis. This is the beginning. You gotta go, and we're gonna go to the beginning of the Lord's will of Esau's wickedness on the planet, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who? Where is he that have taken venison and brought it me?
Who that snake me?
Yeah. And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him.
That was alright.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He said, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing.
And Esau said, that motherfucker again? Go ahead, bro.
And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing.
Go ahead.
And he
it's
said,
important, man. Listen, go ahead.
And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
Now check it out, though. He asked him. There was only one blessing. There was no other. Matter of fact, read it.
Yeah, it says, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord.
Listen.
And all his brethren have I given to Salakia.
Esau said, look, you only got but one blessing. Right? And then Isaac reiterated the blessing he gave to Jacob back to Esau. Read it again, bro.
And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold,
look, man,
I have made him thy Lord.
It's only one or two things. Right. You're going to be the servant or you're going to be the slave. Ain't no gray areas in between. He reiterated. He said, look, He's already the master.
Yeah.
People are gonna buy.
Yeah,
what kind of man?
What I need to go back on my word. Right.
Yeah, the blessing was that the other nations are gonna bow down to you. So where is your place? Your place is on your knees, man.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
And all his brethren have I given to him for servants.
Yeah, Moab, the so-called Chinese, Ammon, the so-called Japanese, Ham, these Africans, African nations, Edomites, East Indians, everybody. Go ahead, bro.
And with corn and wine have I sustained him.
Yeah, he got the honey buns.
Yeah.
And the ho-hos. And the yak. He got the wine. Y'all gotta give that. Y'all gotta get that up.
Honey buns and gin. Honey buns and gin. Your name is Honey buns and gin.
I gotta get that up. Go ahead.
And what shall I do now unto thee,
Yeah,
my son?
what you want from me? what do you? How can I help you, sir? What the fuck you want from me? I can't. There's nothing I can do for you. He said, "I tell you what. Go ahead, bro." Go ahead.
He says, it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
He only got one of them things.
Bless me, even me also, O my father.
He asked for it. I mean, why not? You
Right.
know? What else you gonna do in a situation like this, right?
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Esau started crying.
It
Go
says,
ahead.
and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Listen. Now at this point, Isaac's voices are. I mean, it's just through the spirit. I'm saying this. Do I know? No. Ooh, bless you. Back it up, bro. Isaac's like, look, man. His voice got like this. Like, look, man. Your dwelling's gonna be the fatness of the earth, and by that sword you're gonna live, man. That's your lot. That's your lot. Go ahead, bro. Read it.
It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
Because you remember, when Isaac gave Esau, Isaac gave what he said to Jacob. He said, "Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth," and he said, "Thou heaven." He said that. What did he say again? The dew of the earth.
Right. Yeah, it says the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above.
And that goes back where Esau shall be the end of the world, and Jacob the beginning that follows.
But check this out.
Yep. But
because he's saying both of them, fatness and dew.
Right.
But for Jacob by blessing, for him by taking with that sword. You know? It says, and by the sword shalt thou live.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, come on.
And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother.
Hey, that's the key thing too. He said, but he didn't say that about Jacob. He said, by thy sword thou shalt live.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yep. And you read that, think the last verse.
It says, and Esau hated Jacob.
That's what I wanted
because
to
because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Yeah, so that beginning of that hatred, sometimes you be in your life and Esau give you that stare and you're like, what's your problem? You be thinking like, oh, it's a jealousy thing, or we got swag or that. Yeah, that comes with it, but at the end of the day, it's bigger than that, man.
Imagine that. Esau's hatred ran so deep that it went into his scrotum. Think about that.
Yeah, come.
His hatred ran so deep that it went into his scrotum, and then those little seeds that came out had that same hatred, man. Him. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
And that's how Esau get down. Esau be like, oh, we're in a time of mourning right now. Let's be respectful. But as soon as that time of mourning is over, it's wartime, man. It's wartime. You know, so now that we got to the beginning of that, let's go back to we was in Isaiah. I'll read Isaiah.
Yep, come.
Let's go back to Isaiah 14. Yep.
See? So the Esau, that hatred that Esau has is deep, man. You think gentrification, you think relegating the Israelites to slums and all of this. Yep. You think all of this hell, the transatlantic slave trade, cotton picking, when they had Ephraim mining for gold, you think all these things was out of him just being just evil? He's evil, yes, but there's a hatred that he has for our people, man. That shit runs deep, man. Runs deep. He was so mad that he said, you know what? I'm gonna mourn my father, and soon as my father dead, I'm gonna kill that nigga.
Yeah.
That this ain't new hatred, man. This ain't something new Esau got for us, man. Go ahead, bro.
I'll start at 5 again, so we can just get right into it. The Lord have this is back in Isaiah 14 and 5. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Right.
He who smote the people in wrath with the continuous stroke.
He that smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke. This is spiritual anger that Esau got for us, man. This shit go all the way back to the beginning.
Right, the Genesis. Yep.
This hatred that he has for us goes to the beginning, man. So when Ham was taking us down and he said race it, that was a part of that, man. What's that? Psalm 137?
Yeah, let me get this one real quick.
This hatred that Esau has for us, this wickedness that he's perpetuating on the earth, he's doing what his father said he would do.
Hey, because we saying it, go back to the beginning, talking about the physical Esau and Jacob. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 11.
Good.
For the children being not yet born.
Right. This shit go back to the spirit realm. This hatred.
Go heavy, boy.
So whatever happened between Jacob and Esau, that was what physically played out.
Right.
But this shit go back to the spirit realm, man.
Yep.
This hatred that Esau has for us,
Before the
man.
womb.
Before the womb.
Yep.
And then in the womb, then out the womb, and then continuing on to the end of time, man. Even Esau gonna hate our guts until we kill him, man.
Yep.
Until the Heavenly Father sanctions that we remove them from the earth, they gonna hate us until then, man. Go ahead.
For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand.
So this is not of our hands, man. Don't blame Jacob. Blame the father, man. He did this, man. This is his doing. This is his election. We just think we say Tawadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah for making us Jacob, man.
Hey, bro, another thing that's crazy too, because it was told to Rebecca. This was told to Rebecca, so Rebecca set it up real like Rebecca got the orders.
Yeah, she said to Jacob, look, I know what I'm doing. Nigga, go in there, put your brother's stuff on, and go in there and get that blessing from your father.
Hey, matter of fact, I gotta read it then, bro.
You know,
I gotta go up.
Yeah, go ahead.
9 and 9. For this is the word of the promise that at this time I will come and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebecca had also had conceived by one, even by one our father Isaac.
Right. So that promise was that. Look, the Lord, because she entreated. She said, "Damn, like you chose me. You finally gave me these children, right? But why is this going on in me? Look, I've seen the baby inside the womb, man. Them motherfuckers be in there moving, man. So imagine that they was in there tussling for space.
They were boxing.
Yeah, man. That's heavy, man. She said, "Why is this going on?" And this is why. Paul understood why this was going on. This is why he wrote these things, man. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna jump down to 12.
Yep.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Right, the elder shall serve the younger. So was Rebecca being wicked?
No, she got the memo.
Was she being wicked? The Lord came and talked to her and told her how that was gonna go down. And that's why she did it with no reservations, man. She wasn't scared. She wasn't afraid of the consequence. She knew what she was doing, man. Damn, bro. She knew what she was doing.
We're gonna go back to Isaiah, then we're gonna go to Obadiah. You said that word anger too. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, and he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindered.
Right, he ruled the nations in anger. You know, when we're gonna be in rulership, our rulership is not gonna be seated in anger. It's gonna be because we got blessed. Like we said, you had. They both had a chance to get the dew from heaven and the fatness of the earth. Us by blessing, them by taking.
Hey, what's the opposite of a blessing? By curse.
That's right. That's right.
The scriptures say, what did the Lord? Peter, when they came for the Lord Yahushua, Peter pulled out a sword. He cut off the Roman's ear. The Lord healed the Roman and said what? He said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So that was a curse, man. When Esau received that decree, that was a curse unto him, man. Isaac was saying, like, look, man, you're gonna live by your sword, and that's it. You're gonna live by your sword, and then ultimately we know you're gonna die by that sword, man.
And it told you in the Apocrypha, as soon as they got the opportunity to rule, Philip of Macedonia, right? He had a reputation. He was a hard king, man. So that was the start of their rule, you know. And then you had his son Alexander, and it said that what is that? First Maccabees 1, 1 and 3, I think, or 1 and 7.
I'm start at 1. Because and we was gonna Lord, it was through the Spirit anyway.
Yeah,
man. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1.
Yep.
And it happened. After that, Alexander, the son of Philip, the
Right.
Macedonian,
Yep.
who came out of the land of Shittim and had smitten Darius, the king of Persia,
Yep.
and the Medes,
Right.
and he reigned in his stead.
Right, and if you know, they did a really good job in both Alexander movies, the old one from the 70s and the newer one, where they showed his fervor to take down the Darius, man. They showed that. He did that in anger, man. That wasn't no regular feat. Such a great army, and this brother would touch on it, such a great army as Darius' army,
Yeah.
and Alexander had no reservations about taking them down.
Yeah,
You know?
it almost was like they knew it was manifest destiny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at that,
And it's chronicled.
Yep.
If you go into the Josephus, it talks about how when he went into Jerusalem, how the Jews went to him and like, look, this leper, this is you. You're gonna do this, you know. And that was a part of his confidence, you know.
posted them up. Yep.
Yep. Salaki, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you don't know. It's the Spirit, bro. That he reigned in his stead the first over Greece,
Come.
and had made many wars,
Come.
and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth,
Right.
and went through the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations.
Yep.
And so much the earth was quiet before him,
Right.
whereupon he was exalted,
Right.
and his heart was lifted up.
Right.
And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations
Right.
and kings, who became tributes unto him.
Right.
And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should
did we
die.
pass the part where it said the many evils multiplied on
No,
him?
that's
Okay.
what we
Okay.
came upon.
Okay.
Wherefore he called his servants such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth,
Yep.
and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. There it is.
Yep.
And so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Yep.
And his servants bare rule every one in his place.
Yep.
And after his death they will put crowns upon themselves.
Yep.
So did their sons after
Right.
them many
and,
years.
And they show you how wicked the Edomites are. Here it is. These men fought together in wars, and as soon as they had an opportunity to take the kingdom, they were fighting over it, man. You got the Seleucid Empire, the Ptolemaic Empire. They were fighting each other for centuries, man.
And it's the same thing that's going on today with these Second World
Right,
War, the Third
right.
World. They can't figure out how to divide
Right.
the world up. They've been given the world dominion, but they can't figure out how to divide it and going about.
Right.
It says, here's the point. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right. And evils were multiplied in the earth. So that evil was by their hand, man.
Yep.
Go ahead. Read that. Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14, 14 and 6. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
Right.
The whole earth is at rest and
Right.
quiet, and they break forth into singing. Hey, if I
Right.
can add to it
Yeah,
quick,
you got it.
we just read how the whole earth was quiet before Alexander,
Right.
because he was conquering and taking down kingdoms. Now we read it at the end of it, the whole earth is quiet. It's going to be quiet again at his downfall. Verse 8. Yeah.
Right, you're gonna look, man. The trees are gonna rejoice. The scriptures say that the trees. Imagine that, man. A world where the man in rulership is so wicked that the trees are in pain. Imagine that, man.
Earth is suffering.
The tree, where people don't realize this, and I'm gonna say something. It sounds crazy, but we're in a relationship with the trees, man, because it's reciprocal.
It is.
We take from them and they take from us. So here it is. We're in a life relationship with the plants and trees, and you hurt the thing that we're in a relationship with.
Come on, bro. Hey, bro, if I can add to it,
Yeah, you got it.
What you said was beautiful. We're in a relationship with the trees. This whole ecosystem
Yeah, come.
is we're in a relationship.
Right.
From the smallest of the bugs. You know, you got Esau that take these foods and he puts in the DNA makeup, pesticides
Yep.
inside the seeds, so that when the seeds grow, when bugs come and try to eat, those it was set up like that from the Most High. The bugs got to eat too. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? They
Right.
got to get their food too.
Right.
But when you put the DNA makeup of pesticides, the bugs naturally don't want to go to these things,
Right.
or when they do go to them, they die off.
Esau's a demon.
Yeah, you're hurting the ecosystem. Now these things are bees pollinate. It was like 1/4 of the earth. That's why they call the busy bees. They're busy animals. That's hard to do. And it's not just your honey. People think that bees just give you honey. It's your collard greens that they pollinate,
they
your
carry
tomatoes,
seeds,
all these things that
Yeah.
they pollinate the earth. That you all these fruits and vegetables.
Right. Bees are reminiscent of the nervous system in your body. They carry the nutrients throughout the
That's
the
right.
earth,
That's
you know?
right. So you messed up the whole ecosystem, man. The whole ecosystem is out of whack, and it's mourning your power, your rulership, man. We was going into it. You got trees that give off oxygen. You got trees that's made for wood. You got trees that give off fruits, oranges, and stuff like that.
Food, yeah.
You can't just go into any rainforest and just start hacking shit down, man. You can't do that. You can't do. And then not only that, you got to give the earth a time to rest in the land Sabbath, man. You know, you can't just plow the earth constantly. That's why Gad was. They were nomadic. They were always constantly moving because they were honoring the land Sabbath. They understood this.
What did I read? I think I was reading this article and it said that farming for sustenance as opposed to farming for trade is much better because you when you're farming for sustenance, you're only going to take what you need. That's right. You know.
That's right, brother. And the earth is big enough for everybody to have a patch of land, you know, farming. So you got Esau. You go to the grocery store and they'll be like fresh. Well, fresh is you getting out the backyard. You know what I'm saying? That's fresh, man.
Great point. Fresh is off the limb, man. Off the vine. That's fresh.
Yeah, it's like we've forgotten that. Right. You know what I'm saying? We've forgotten that, and that's something that's a basic to life. Like ever since the beginning of creation, man was plucking apples off cheese and eating it, man. It wasn't now it's a system of a certain place where these apples are grown.
And then the fucking grocery store closes. Esau will give you a fucking work schedule that you can't make it to the grocery store in time, man. He's a devil, man.
Verse 8. Yeah, the fair trees rejoice at thee. They're laughing at you, man. Right. Hey, the birds are gonna have a feast of your flesh, man. When you get put to death, man. Everybody's gonna enjoy it. Right. You know. The fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou hast laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
That's right. Because we'll understand. We'll understand the synergy between man and earth, man.
Right. Hey, we're supposed to enjoy the earth, man. The earth was given to us to enjoy.
Right. It was called Eden.
Yeah. Yep. We're supposed to enjoy the water. We're supposed to enjoy the fruits, the grass. You're supposed to roll around on the grass, and you know what I mean? That's stuff kids do. You're supposed to enjoy this thing. We can't enjoy the earth, man.
Hey. I read somewhere that when you take your socks and shoes off and put them on the earth, that discharges all of the toxins out of your body, man. Believe it or not, man. We don't walk barefoot no more.
That's right,
we don't got nowhere to walk barefoot no more.
Yeah.
All the grass is artificial, the soil is artificial, everything, man. Esau's a demon.
Yeah, bro, that makes perfect sense, man. You know? That makes perfect sense. Just like you know how your body has natural aliens in it. The earth, likewise, the same, man.
But Esau, you should do. You'll find pictures from slavery time and post-slavery time of so-called white men with their socks and shoes off, and they got their feet on Jake, man, discharging all them toxins into the kids. You'll see that, man. That shit is real, man.
It says, and that word "fella" is talking about hey, in fact, when you see, it's proven Esau is the devil, right? When you think of the lumberjack, man, what you see? A big old ginger Edomite guy with a goddamn plaid shirt on, with an axe in his hand, chopping down some trees, man. The scripture says, so no fella has come up against us.
Right.
Hell from beneath is removed for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Right.
Because everywhere Esau go, he bring hell. He bring destruction. The master of disaster. You know, he brings destruction, man. It says, and it stirreth up the dead for thee, even all thy chief ones of the earth. It is rised up from their thrones, all the kings of the nations. Mm-hmm. All they, and this is the point too, we're going back to what we was talking about earlier. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we?
Right.
Art thou become like unto us?
Mm-hmm. And that's what the rest of the world can't wait for Esau to be brought down, man.
Right.
Every nation hates the Edomites, man.
Right,
every nation.
Right, brother.
You know, they know who we are. I always watch the news, right? And they'll talk about some terrorist attack in Iraq or something, and they'll show these irate Ishmaelites and Elamites and all these different things over there. And I've been saying to myself, you know what? They probably saying fuck Esau. They probably saying, oh, fuck the white man, and they're probably celebrating because the Israelites finally took this word back, man. I be saying that, man, and it's probably true.
Yeah.
You know, everybody hates the Edomites, and they can't wait for Israel to rule again, man.
The Asian man hates the so-called white man. The Elamites hate the so-called white man.
Oh, them Japanese.
Japanese.
They remember that fat boy and little boy, man. They remember that
They're
shit.
still protesting to this day, man. There's still people that's alive that had grandmothers that just passed away from this thing, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
That never left their head, man. These North Koreans, they can't stand you white people, man. Elamites, they hate you because he saw you made a deal with these nations that this person will handle that. We'll get the goods from you. We'll get the curry from Elam. We'll get this, and you just fucking mucked it up, man. You ruined it, man. You ruined it. So let me go. I'll go back, maybe. Let me go to Obadiah real quick. I'm gonna start again. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord concerning